explain to everybody what a good job he did. Usually we'll have a couple more people with us, but unfortunately this weekend we had a drowning, so we have people that are doing this drowning walking prevention. So right there gives you an example of how much we enjoy doing this versus something like that. What we have here is obviously there was an incident that happened about a few months ago, and we have Captain P.J. Dean. He was actually here on the incident. He works with us also in public affairs, with us in our public speaking also, but he happened to be on that call that day as the captain, and he was there to, he can basically explain to you what happened and how he basically wants to recognize this person for the work that he did, because he truly did some heroic work in the situation that they have there.
Thanks again, everyone, for coming. This incident really sticks out in my mind. I mean, I've been doing this stuff for 20 years, and to me, this was a stressful incident. This was something pretty profound, so I can only imagine what it was like for Jeremy. Just to give you a little background as to what occurred. Jeremy was in the course of his duties here delivering some medical supplies, and he went to home care. Little, you know, you guys probably all see them, the little houses where they have, you know, 6 or 8 elderly residents. And when he went to the door, they answered the door, and he looked through and saw a gentleman who was actually on fire in his wheelchair. We're not sure even to this day how it occurred. The gentleman just, for whatever reason, somehow caught on fire. He was smoking. It could have been related to that. The miraculous thing here is that, you know, instead of looking at it or, you know, doing something else, he just immediately jumped into action, ran through the house, grabbed the man out of the wheelchair, was able to get some of his burning clothing off, and also extinguish him, which essentially gave the gentleman his only chance to survive, which is what was the profound thing for me. When we arrived on scene, it was very chaotic. I actually had to land a helicopter and fly the gentleman out of the helicopter so that he could get to a burn facility, which was 30 miles away. It was in his best interest to do it that quickly. So when things kind of settled all down and you know, we were kind of wrapping up, I had no idea what had occurred before that. And that's typical in our line of work. We tend to focus just on the incident itself and our involvement with it, but afterwards, sometimes you hear the backstory, and sometimes you hear some pretty amazing things, and this is definitely one of those examples. So we kind of learned what had happened prior to that. We learned what Jeremy had done, and it definitely was a pretty heroic thing that he did. As Ruben said, we like to take these opportunities to, you know, to give accolades to people that do things like this, because it's truly miraculous, and he definitely jumped into action without any concern for his own safety or health, injured himself in the process. And like I said, Jeremy's the sole reason this gentleman had a chance to survive, because I don't think he would have the amount of time it took us to get there, which was only 4 minutes, but it doesn't take long in that situation. And you know, in those times where it's our little window of opportunity when we're responding, sometimes that's the most critical time for something to occur where someone could actually have a benefit and hopefully do better after their tragic injuries. So we just wanted to get this little plaque here